Welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Avarosan, and today we're going to be looking at the Legends of Arcane Adventures, the Enlightened one. This is against Anivia and Karma, and for this you do have to do a win with the Bandle City Champion, and this is probably the hardest thing to do in all of the Legends of Arcane Adventures. Special rules are teamwork. You can acquire champion star powers in this adventure, deadly, and spells and swells. Round start, the foe draws a spell and refills their spell mana. For this we're going to be using Teemo. We are using Echoing Spirit. If you don't have that, you can use the Chameleon's Necklace instead. We're using Galeforce. If you don't have that, probably Guardian Angel. And we're using the Curator's Gatebreaker. This won't trigger the first time you play him, so actually if you don't have Galeforce you might use something like Caulfield's Warhammer. Just to give an extra power. So this won't trigger the first time we play it, but it will trigger because of Galeforce, and you always start with the rally token, so you're going to be able to attack. One of the basic problems you have though is surviving. You do plenty of damage through the puffcaps just by playing Teemo, but living can be a little bit of an issue. So for a power, I would suggest finding something that probably gives stun. Something like Ashes to Ashes where you summon prey might also be good. This will also do a little damage to the enemy nexus, but I would prefer something that gives stun. So we're going to be looking for that. Treasure's Terrain might be okay too. Or round start summon a powder monkey, that's probably fine enough. And we're going to go into Shadow Assassin. So anything with elusive is slightly problematic, however your opponent doesn't want to trade very much into Teemo, so you have some advantage there that you can take. And you do want to get as many Teemos in your hand as possible. 4 here is really good. When we attack, we can do something like Teemo's Mushroom Cloud, and that'll level them up. This will get us to actually damage the enemy nexus here and add the extra puff caps, so we're at 26. Also having Galeforce means at the end of the round Teemo's going to disappear. That's good for us. And as you can see, they didn't block. We will poison dart one of them though, just so we can have that. Surviving, like I said, is going to be the harder part. Our damage is fine. You can also choose to sacrifice Teemo. Here they pulled him with Challenger, but sacrificing him is perfectly fine. Could play a Teemo there, although I think it's probably better just to save him for this round. You could play a Poison Dart ahead of time if you wanted. That is always an option. And they did decide to block, which is sad for us. And then we're just making blockers. And our hope here is that they draw 14 puff caps. And that's kind of what we hope to happen. Blade of the Exile is interesting. I don't know that it's good though. It will create a follower, which could be helpful. Lightstream Yordle giving Vampiric Scepter. That's a 4 hit point heal. That might be better. I'm really not sure what the choice is. And I think LeBlanc is kind of generally correct, although Swain, well, if Swain didn't have Reckoner Mark, could possibly be a choice. And I think we want to go for the healer. We want to draw more Teemo, and the only way we're going to do that is if we have less cards in our deck. So we're going to try to do that. We will keep LeBlanc in hand. That'll basically guarantee us a Teemo on the draw. And here, what we're going to be worried about is getting stunned. Oh, I messed up the Galeforce. Because I attacked with the other thing. Would have gotten stunned anyway, so it wouldn't have super mattered there, but that was probably a mistake. We don't want to play Teemo there.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Nothing but straight up.
History forgets, but the Black Rose remembers.
Getting stunned is a major problem.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
Darling, you are dressed to kill.
Is it really so obvious?
I whisper truth into lies.
Delicate fop.
Useless pawn.
keep running, Kate. Oh dear.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Classic misdirection. Surprised to see me.
So this will just get blocked, but it will
Your lesson begins.
add some puffcaps to their deck. Which I guess is the best we can hope for right now.
Never see us coming. I've memorized all the Bandle Scout rules.
So now I'm being very hopeful. We're gonna drop Ladros and just kinda hope that they draw 9 puffcaps. Can't attack. You can Poison Dart and double the Powder Monkey though, that'll be 2 damage. Nice. This is free, so we'll take it. And I think healing's probably a good plan. I did want to remove a card, but we're kind of down a lot on hit points. Our win condition got stunned 3 times, so keep all your Teemos. Clump of Lumps would have been fine there too, actually.
Let's make this a night to remember.
So we'll start with Thorn of the Rose here. And the reason for that is we'll get a stun out of it, and then if they do anything to the Thorn of the Rose, then it's not targeting Teemo. Then we can drop this Teemo. This one's not created, and this one is, so it has -1 cost from Echoing Spirit.
Armed and ready.
And then we attack with the Scout.
Ooh, quite a collection.
And then we can just attack here again.
Strike. We will report what for.
don't think I want LeBlanc on board just yet. Well, I do, but I want to block, and LeBlanc's not going to help me do that. Now we can drop LeBlanc.
But the Black Rose remembers.
That sucks. We're gonna stress defense the Empyrean.
Right over your head.
Are you quite done?
Can actually block here and add more puffcaps to the deck.
A gift from the river folk. What form will the waters take?
Rule 102. Practice makes perfect.
And we're gonna be in for a bad time next round.
A gift from the river folk.
That was lucky. I mean, we are planning on that, the double draw to kill them, but that was still lucky. I think we'll take double agent, that's more draw. Usually giving your opponent's draw is bad, but it'll help us draw into more Teemo, which is good. I think this mobilize might be worth. I do want to take this military training though. That'll make it so Teemo has power when he attacks, which will help add more puffcaps. And we do still have enough for this mobilize, so I'm going to take it. It has draw one, so it'll replace itself. And then we can get rid of a card here. The card we have the most of is Lecturing Yordle, so that is something that we can consider removing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I know I picked it up to use it, but we're having problems drawing Teemos. I'm going to start with this clump of whoops. So we're looking for ones that are created by Echoing Spirit, and that's the one we're not going to play.
Prepared for anything.
I knew, and now.
Then we have our scout attack here.
I'll scout ahead.
So we're in a decent position. They have 50 puff caps. We have 2 Teemos in hand. I probably should have played this Mushroom Cloud. We're going to go with the Conchologist ahead. You can pick up Insider Knowledge. That'll be more draw.
Eyes blazing, bright and cautious.
Another day in the field.
Okay. It does give us the opportunity to play another Teemo. I don't know if that's the right idea, but it's a thing we can do.
Spoil the surprise?
And we only have 2 mana, so we can't kill anything here. But it's probably worth spending these anyway. I think breaking Spell Shield is value. And they have 170 puff caps, which means potentially they could die. We probably lose next round. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more puff caps and play Insider Knowledge. Idea was to draw a Teemo, but we didn't do that. And at this point, Lord Eldred is down, so that kind of stops winning. They'll need to draw a lot of puffcaps. Didn't quite do it. Not sure what the plan is. We don't have the hit points to win, or to live.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
They give us another thing. Nope. Okay.
Easy does it.
We just don't have the power to get rid of the Emerald Awakener. That's close. I think I could have played a little better by being more aggressive with the puffcaps. Also, if I didn't get hit with Buried in Ice, that would have been good. Perfect hand.
Another day in the field.
So we're going to use a Mushroom Cloud here, and then we're going to attack. That'll level us up,
Quite a correct.
and double. That's what I should have done last round. Probably fine to play another one too.
Starts with mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm going to want one for next round as a blocker. Okay, not giving me the opportunity. I'm definitely going to play all these poison darts.
Reporting in. Prepared for anything. I'll scout ahead. Yes.
With scout attacks, they don't usually block, which is weird, but works in our favor, so. And they should just be dead here. 1400 puffcaps. So that went much better. We're going to take Philosopher's Stone on Teemo. We're playing him a lot and we want to draw into him. I don't think any of those do anything good for us. Take Legendary Lilia Power. Not sure which of these is easier. Obviously we're not going to be able to kill anything with regeneration. We don't have a lot of power. And this should get big pretty quickly. But I think this will be easier. We're able to play 2 Thorn of the Rose here.
Everything's easier behind a mask.
I think we already had our scout attack because we played the Teemo and it has scout.
With mushrooms.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Can stun one of them.
Clumsy footwork.
They let us pass, that's totally good.
Reporting in. Puffcaps.
Gloves off.
This would be a good winter.
Adventure starts with mushrooms.
Things are really coming together. Take Chump Wump and get rid of him. Fast Steal isn't great, but... and we're not looking to find anything new, so we can take Sorcery. And we'll go for Spells Chest. We'll go through the Maker. I don't know if the Maker's correct, but Feral Mystic can do a lot of overwhelm damage really quickly, and the Maker's deck is kind of not that bad. It also only impacts followers, so it'll hit our Powder Monkey, but that should be it. I think we actually can attack here, and then Scout attack on play. That'll also get rid of our Powder Monkey so it doesn't get recalled to hand.
2, 3, 4. Success. Planting your mushroom plant. You know this. It's enough for everyone.
I think I want to keep those Teemos.
Ahead. Doesn't everything.
Now, as you can see, we have no defense, which is a little bit of an issue. Can't be Dawn and Dusk.
Prepare for anything. Adventure starts with mushrooms. Bandle Scout Troop 0209. Countdown.
Believe the Lily of Power is only the first time you play. Yeah. So there's no point in playing a second Teemo here. You can just save it for next round. Still alive. Oncologists can't block, but does give us draw. I think we're probably just gonna actually, we can't remove it, we need to heal. Then we go into Karma. So again, I think our best shot is open attacking. And then just dropping Teemos. If Karma gets rid of our Teemos, we play more Teemos.
By force of will. You started your training early. War does that.
2, 3, 4. Success. Planting your mushroom plant.
We want to get as many puffcaps in the deck as possible right now
Like a wolf.
before we go for our attack.
The rose, the sharper the thorns.
Everything.
And let's do some damage into this so we can remove it with the other Sumpfumes later.
You're under our protection. Excuse you.
Are you quite done?
And we only take 5 here. Actually blocked wrong there. I just noticed, but it's fine. Because of the free attack from Lilia's power, we do get Scout, which gives us Rally. So we can play Teemo even on the off turns. And I think I'm fine sending that Mushroom Cloud. I don't think Karma's gonna survive an extra round. Yeah. And so that is a way that you can do it. Another thing to think about is on this adventure, when you reroll into the first power, you don't have the pity powers that come up. You can always reroll into a good power, even if you retire before you fight the first adventure. So you can look for things like getting Vex's 6-star on Vex. If you don't have Vex at 6-star already, you can get Demonic Ascension, which is Swain's 6-star power, on Vhagar, and that'll also help, because then your darknesses become insane. So there are a couple ways that you can do this. The way that I did this originally was that I took Vex and got Vex's 6-star power, which just wins the game. So, yeah. Anyway, that is a way you can do it. Like I said, if you don't have Echoing Spirit or Galeforce, it's going to be worse. But you can use Chameleon's Necklace here, and I would probably replace Galeforce with Caulfield's Warhammer, so that you can trigger Curator's Gatebreaker on play the first time. That'll help a little bit. I think Guardian Angel will produce a Teemo, which is going to be bad because you're not going to be able to play him whenever you want. And then it's just a matter of looking out into good powers. So our first power wasn't, I think, super good. It was just making a Powder Monkey. That was good for defense. If you had Yasuo's stun power, it'd be basically the same. Maybe a little bit better than that. And as we went through the adventure, we got better and better powers. And then that was enough to pull us through the end. And it went fine. Our only problem was Anivia, which is a problem. So, if you're having trouble, this is one thing that you can do. And like I said, there are other methods. I might showcase one of those in the future, but for now, this is what we're going with. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.